Hi, so here's a recap for Shima today. I added this clip in because we were working on some stuff and she just decided she wanted attention. She was asking for belly rubs, and so it was the first time that she felt comfortable giving me the belly rubs, which was really cool. I did some tension release on her belly and on her legs, as you can see, and just try to open up some of that just tension that lives in there. I then tried to get her to play with me and be goofy. She wasn't having it today. She also wasn't really interested in the treat. So you can see me trying to get her interested in the ball that she's played with me before. And then I was like, here, have a treat. And she spits it out, which was really funny. We worked on name game. We've also reinforced that place command. And at the end of this, you're going to see a very long video of us walking. I did introduce the prong today. Just because of some of those scary pulleys that she does, where also she tries to bolt on you. Now, I alternated between the slip and the prong. So she was wearing basically an attachment slip that was attached to the slip leash and the prong. So that she was getting corrections from the prong collar. And then I'd unclip that and then work on her on the slip lead and then clip her back on the prong collar and do the same thing. Prong and slip are the exact same technique. There is no difference. The only difference between the two is that the prong collar is a more adversive. It's a little bit more uncomfortable for her. It's the, ooh, I don't like this. She is, I want to say like 80%, but probably realistically 72% good in the slip lead. It's when she gets startled, when she's nervous, when she's concerned about something, that's when the prong collar would be helpful. So because of how strong she is, because of how low to the ground and just how quick she goes, that's where a prong collar definitely could help. So I introduced it today. We'll refine it on Wednesday, and then I'd say you can bring it in on Wednesday or Friday, and we can get you guys comfortable with it. But we did some tolerance work. So we did some skill work in the training room. We did some tolerance work in the front lobby. This is really just, okay, I have to be here and I have to kind of settle and be okay with this. I was doing this with the slip lead. So all the skills that you see inside the building are slip leash. When we start working outside of the building is when we start introducing prong. But this is tough for her. She sees a person and she doesn't know whether she wants to see it, smell it, say hi, run away. Like you can just see the internal conflict. But she does well with it. She has a couple people and a couple dogs walk past, and otherwise we do good for being our second week. Like I get some better behaviors. Now I do have to push her a little bit with my body, just using some body pressure to get her to focus and to fully step back onto that place cot. But otherwise did really well with this. The next part of this video is me talking while we were walking. I was trying to do two things at once. If you have any questions from it, let me know. But otherwise, it was a good day today. She should be exhausted. Hi guys, so today is the first day of Shima being in the prong collar. So what I have here is a slip lead that I've been working with her on, and then it's just also attached to the same leash, just as a redundancy. But the prong collar is on her. An idea behind this is that it's tension release, same thing like the slip lead. So when I want her to walk with me, I just give her a little tug and release, and then we're walking. So she's getting a little ahead of me. I'm gonna give her, hey, good girl, good. Now we're still about 2-3 corrections, but my feet never stop. So the idea is, hold on one second. Good girl, Shima. Yes, good girl. So the idea behind this is that as we're walking, when she's calm, there's no pressure. But when she gets a little ahead of me, I'm just gonna give her a little, hey, focus, as we keep walking. When we stop and wait here, then it becomes a battle of wills. And you don't get very far in your walk because she'll just stand here. So the idea is, as we walk, it's how to work through the pressure. How do we work with the anxiety? Now, we had a big semi, you probably heard it go past us. That is where I did pause. We haven't quite built up a tolerance to working through big scaries like that. But if we stop and look at the big scary and not pull and freak out while we watch it, I'm gonna take that as the success. I'm gonna take that as the win. So as we're walking, just little tugs. And I'm honestly just doing little taps. Let's go. Good girl. Hey, with me. She doesn't like the prong collar, which, to be fair, it's a little bit more uncomfortable in the slip lead. And I'm alternating between the prong and the slip from a training purpose to show that the tension release is the same. The technique that I'm asking is the same. The only difference is one feels a little bit more uncomfortable than the other. Good girl. Come on. Yes. So when you do walks and when we start transitioning her into a prong collar, your tension release should be the same. Yes. Good shake off. Good girl. That means that she's relaxed and she's calm. It's like a reset, which is perfect. But okay, let's walk. Yes. Big car. Good girl. I'm okay with her looking at it. I'm okay with her getting a little nervous, but we aren't going to do the bolting fight or flight motion. Good girl. With me? Yes. Good morning. Leave it. Good. 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 No, she definitely likes to cross paths on you. So the zigzags in front. So that's where her body has to be in line with yours. And when you need to, it's just a little boop, like a little bump with your calf or knee to get her out of the way. Yes, good girl. With me. Now I like to use with me or let's go just as a relaxed general command of we're walking. Now I do teach a heel, but I don't teach a traditional heel. This less than maybe foot and a half is our let's go walk. This is your default walking with me. So essentially I teach kind of like a modified controlled heel as our leash manners. Come on. As we earn our privileges and as we get better on the leash, having the full leash here, then it can become let's go in this big capacity. Simplifying commands, there is a point and purpose to have a heel command, but for your everyday life and walk, teaching her let's go is more of, hey, I need you to pay attention, something's changing. We're relaxed. And this is where on your walks, you're gonna alternate between she can explore and sniff and enjoy walking in front of you and looking at all the things. And then when it's either time to cross a road or it is big distractions or big scaries, Shima, slide in that leash. Oh gosh. Sorry guys. So slide in that leash. We're back into default spot. Let's go. Nope. Yes. Leave it. Good girl. Good girl. Now, I'm okay with them sniffing while we're walking as long as there's not tension on this leash. Ma'am. So to kind of recap, let's go or with me are two statements that I use as a focus for we're walking and something is changing in our walk. It also means to pay attention to me, similar as her name in name game is teaching her to focus. Good girl. When you're giving her corrections, as long as her corrections aren't big, hard corrections, they're just like almost like little tap taps, we can keep walking. Our feet don't stop. And she's learning that when we get a little ahead, I have to walk with you. Now, if you just feel like you're tugging and tugging and tugging, that's when, okay, you can do circles. Yes. Yes. Good girl. Or you can do the back and forth. Sit. Shima. Yes, good girl. I'll take that. Okay, let's go. No. Now, if we're crossing the street, we're crossing the sidewalk, somewhere where we really can't do spins and turns, that's where we just keep walking, and then if we need to reset. So we've crossed. Okay. Hey. Yes. Shima. Good girl. Now we can reset and start walking again. Your safety is first and foremost. Her safety is first and foremost. And then we can work on behaviors and expectations. One of the things that I would say in the past week that I've seen with her is that it's not worth it to her at this moment to pay attention to you. There's no payout. She's still a little too much in fight or flight. We have to teach her cues of safety as we walk. Cues of safety that it is safe to walk with you. There's trust to walk with you. Also being her age and a little bit of that teenager behavior of, hey, this is a boundary that will not change, which is pretty normal for dogs. So teaching her that you're consistent and what to expect each and every time, she's going to get better each and every time.